phrases. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's so cute. Okay. Okay. So you can see my screen, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so let's start the training and orientation today. So thank you everyone for coming again. We're so excited. Let's see what we are going to talk about today. So the first part is the welcome and introduction. Since we are a team, we are a family of OCCSC volunteer members. So we will have a little time at the beginning. So we want each other to introduce yourself, and then we get to know each other. Because we will have a lot of group activity in the future as well. And then we are a family. So we should know the family member, we should get used to know each other. And then the second part, we will talk about the OCCSC volunteer orientation, the policies, the rules of OCCSC. And then the third part, we will explain and talk about the virtual homework club program, the detail and the structure. And the latest part, we will talk about the volunteer tutor duties, responsibility, and expectation. And in the end, we will open up for Q&A. So I'm expecting this event will finish by 8:30. If we have a lot of things to discuss, and then if you have to leave by 8:30, please go ahead. And if you are, but if we can finish early, that would be very nice because it's Friday night, right? Okay, so before we do, before we started to talk about the volunteer orientation, I would like to talk about, okay. So I would like to have everyone to introduce yourself, and then we will start with the staff because we are a team. So you should get to know our team and who should you talk to in the future. So my name is Doreen. I'm the volunteer coordinator and the project coordinator at OCCSC. And I have been working for this agency for almost 12 years. Don't guess my age, I'm always 19. So we would like to have our staff and the volunteers introduce ourselves. And then for the volunteers, I would really love to hear from you. And then you can talk about your name, what subject are you going to teach? What is your expertise? And then why do you want to volunteer at OCCSC Homework Club? So I already done my self-introduction. So I will just ask our staff, Wan Ling, maybe you can go ahead.
Hi, yeah, thank you, Doreen. So hi, everyone. I'm so glad to see our new friends and some family friends here. What I have to say thank you so much for joining us. And I am the senior counselor in the settlement department and has been working for OCCSC since 2007. And at this moment, I'm also responsible for the Chinese social media for OCCSC. Thank you.
Thank you, Wan Ling. Okay, so now we have our intern student. Richard is our intern student this term as he is studying social service. So Richard, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Richard. I am an intern student at OCCSC, and I'm also an assistant for this project. My work is usually to assist Doreen in completing our project. In the homework club project, I will connect volunteers and the students to better achieve the quality of tutoring. At the same time, as a medium of communication between volunteers and the students, the volunteers and students can report any question to me and Doreen. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Okay, now we have two subject leader of each team. So for the mathematics and science, we have Arthur. So Arthur, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, for sure. So good evening, everyone. So my name is Asrin, and I'll be the leader for mathematics and science tutoring section. And currently I am a second-year student in Ottawa Teachers Education Program. And my concentration is, physics and mathematics for senior and the intermediate section. And right now I'm also a placement teacher in OCCSC and in Bell High School. And I'm actually teaching 3 classes, 3 physics classes, 1 grade 11 and 2 grade 12s. And I joined OCCSC this summer, actually. I actually just browsed it online and so, oh, what a wonderful place. So I was like, okay, so I'll come. Yeah, so that's how actually I end up here. And I do hope my professionalism can bring some new energy and some new ideas to this homework club. And I'm looking forward to meet every single one of you.
Okay, thank you, Arthur. Okay, so another subject is English and French leader, Ken Lee. Ken, please introduce yourself.
Not the leader in anything. I'm just helping to read the French and the English.
All right.
In any case, yeah, I have had worked for the Public Service of Canada for about 36 years, and I retired about 13 years ago. And since that time, I've done a fair amount of volunteering, one of which is with the mentorship program at OCCSC. And I've been with that for about 8 years. I've also been tutoring with another organization for about 9 years, helping kids with the homework and that sort of stuff. And yeah, and so I'm looking forward to helping out here. When Doreen sent out the request for volunteers, I just basically said, Doreen, I've done this this sort of stuff before, and I'd be willing to help any way I can. So yeah, so I'm Doreen's helper. Thank you.
He's excellent. Thank you, Ken. Okay, so right now I don't want to put anyone on the spot. So can I have anyone just volunteer yourself to make an introduction? All right, Jim.
Hi, Jane.
Yeah.
Obviously. About me. I'm a lot older than most of you. I went back to school and did a certificate in teaching English as a second language at Carleton, which I finished last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm partly self-interested doing this because I want to get some, I want to get comfortable using Zoom, talking to kids.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I won't be helping them with English language per se, it will still be good for me. And I always enjoyed both English composition and English literature. It was a strength of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I have also been a homestay parent the past decade, and I've been used to helping the teenagers with their homework around the kitchen table in whatever language they spoke. So I've got a bit of experience doing that.
That's great. Thank you, Jane. Who's next? Raise your hand. No one? Okay, Michael.
Okay.
Good.
Well, so please allow me to say a few words about myself. Okay, everyone, you can call me Michael, and I am a new immigrant from Chinese mainland. Okay, and in China, I am an associate professor and a PhD of English. So you may guess that my expertise is English tutoring. And actually, now I am in the process of TESOL Canada certification. So I think this volunteering experience is very important for me to accumulate local teaching experience. Okay, so very nice to meet you all. Okay, so that's all for my self-introduction.
Okay, great. Thank you, Michael. I keep hearing something in the background. So if you are not speaking right now, please turn off your microphone.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, no problem.
Thank you, Michael. Very nice to meet you. It's in China now, 7:15 a.m. Okay, so who is next? Raise your hand, hurry. Ooh. Okay, Judy's. All right. Okay. Tanja next. All right.
Hi, I'm Judith Lockwood. I have worked as a chemist for the last 40 years. I've recently sold my operating business and I'm starting up a new company that is related to education with children. So I thought this would be, like Jane, a wonderful opportunity for me to get my feet wet.
That's wonderful. And Judy's has been also our mentor for our employment program. So thank you, Judy. Thank you. And next one will be Tanja.
Hi. Oh my God. Whoopsie.
The computer is drunk. It's not you. Did you drink? No, you didn't. All right.
No, I'm underage. It'd be illegal if I did.
All right.
So my name is Tanja. I am a senior in high school. So much fun waiting. I chose to volunteer because there is a very nice saying that goes that the help you give to others is the help you receive. And I received so much help in high school. So it's time for me to give back. Also, my strengths are mostly English. If you've not noticed, the background is just books. So I have an obsession with books. I read a lot. If you ever need book suggestions, I'm the person that comes see. So yeah, it's really nice to meet you all. And if you feel bad to mess up my name, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay, thank you, Tanja. Who is next? Raise your hand. Okay, you are forcing me. Okay, Peter, you have been with us over 8 years. Peter, our mentor. Peter? Can I hear you, Peter? No. Peter, your microphone. Oh, wow. I guess your microphone is not working today. Okay. Peter, if you really have issues about your microphone, that's okay. I think Ken can introduce you because you guys are very similar and he knows you very well and you guys in a team for many years, right?
Well,
so
actually, I've known Peter for quite a long time because he was a consultant with my organization when I was still working. So I retired 13 years ago. So it must have been what, close to 20 years, Peter? And Peter's been a mentor in our mentorship program for quite a number of years as well. Did you say 8 years, Doreen?
Around 8 years, both
Yeah,
Ken
that's right.
and Peter joined OCCSC mentorship program, probably just 1 or 2 months, differences. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I know Peter's been involved in quite a lot of volunteering activities as well.
Okay, great, wonderful. Thank you, Peter. Peter, can you make sure your microphone can work next Tuesday?
Oh, yes.
A lot of kids are waiting for you to help, all right?
I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
Okay, please make sure it's working on Tuesday next week. Okay, so I'm going to call Imran. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Joanne. So I'm Imran. I graduated from Carleton with an MA, and also I did the CTESOL program at Carleton. I'm now a TESOL Ontario member and also a TESOL Canada member. And I'm working as a writing rater at CELPIP, like Paragon Testing Enterprises. So I was looking for to teach somewhere. So I thought, and also to help, like I help my nephews who are in high school and elementary school. So I thought I could help a bit more because I usually work in my own hours, so I can actually adjust my time. So I thought there would be a wonderful chance to teach or to learn more about the education system here, because I didn't received education here. I was outside Canada. So yeah, I have a friend here too, Marcel. We are in the same program, and actually he told me to. Actually, we talked about before joining or applying. So thank you to Marcel too. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank
Hello,
you.
hello.
Okay, so Marcel, so since he pointed out your name, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. Okay, my name is Marcel, and I graduated from Carleton University with a master's degree in applied linguistics, with a focus on teaching English as a second languages this year. And I'm also a self-paced speaking reader for Paragon since June, just like Imran said. And before all that, I worked as an English instructor in Beijing for young learners who aim to pass Cambridge English qualifications exams, and to continue to offer English classes to some of them online regularly. And besides that, I learned some French during my undergraduate years. Therefore, I'm going to take on the role as a French tutor along with Ken. And I really cherish this opportunity as a volunteer because I would be able to accumulate teaching experience while helping kids in a Chinese community. It's my honor to be a part of such a vibrant team. I look forward to working with you all. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Thank you, Marcel.
Doreen, can you hear me now?
Oh, Peter, you can finally talk. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh, I couldn't do any better than the introduction I got. I think I'll do this all the time. I'll just let others sing my praises. It's much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Anyway, I'm with you.
Okay, thank you, Peter. Finally, it's fixed. Thank you. Yahoo! All right, so I still have many of you haven't introduced yourself. Okay, how about lady first? Let me finish all the ladies first. Okay, so Ling Ling, have you introduced yourself?
Okay, I'll go. Hi, my name is Ling Ling, and I'm currently a second-year student. Obviously, you'll see the background at Carleton University. I'm in the Ross School of Business, currently with a major in accounting. And why I decided to join as volunteer with the OCCSC is that I was looking for volunteer opportunities back in September, I think. Yeah. And I saw on the school portal page with all the volunteer opportunities. I found this one. So I think it's a fit for me. So I applied. And why I applied, it's because I like to help people, I guess. And I find that by helping people, I also get benefit too. So I think it's a good way. Yeah.
Thank you, Ling Ling. Okay, well, another few ladies. I have Bihan, right? Am I pronouncing right?
Behnaz.
Bihan, yes, Bihan.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Behnaz, and I'm a TESOL student at Algonquin College, and I'm going to help students with their English. I'm really happy to help the kids, and besides, it's going to be a great experience for myself. So I'm really happy to join you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another lady. Okay. I have one more lady and two girls. Okay. So Jessie.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessie. I am a new immigrant to Canada. I just come to Canada about 3 months. Before I came to Canada, I was a geography teacher in a high school. Although my English is not very good, but I'm willing to help the kids, to help the students to improve their science. And I think during the tutoring, both of us can benefit a lot. They can improve the homework and I can improve the local experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessie. So I have Jessie and Shakai. They will majority support the IT for each sessions because we need to do the Zoom and then, you know, the breakout rooms. So later I will introduce Shakai. Let me finish all the ladies first. Thank you, Jessie. Welcome. This is another teacher back home. Okay. We have a Kaima. 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 I cannot hear you, Kaima. Kaima. Cannot hear you, Kaima. Cannot hear you. Maybe you can ask your parents to check on the computer. I can allow Yuling to introduce herself. Okay? Thank you, Kaima. Or maybe Wanling can introduce for you. Yuling, yeah, Yuling. Go ahead. Thank you, Yuling.
Hello, I'm Yulin. I'm currently in 10th grade and I'll be tutoring French. I just thought this was a really good opportunity to gather some experience and to work with people that I don't know and to be helping kids with their French.
Yeah, thank you, Yuling. That's wonderful. Really, it is really hard to find French tutor in Ottawa, honest. So we really, really appreciate your support. Thank you. So Kaima, do you get the microphone fixed or do you want Wanling to introduce for you? I think Wanling, maybe you can talk on behalf of Kaima and may just check with their parents, make sure her microphone can work next time. Wanling? Wanling, I cannot hear you, Wanling.
So actually I was mute. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad. So proud Kama, Yulin, and Tangjia join us today. Actually, they're high school students, and then they're born in all of them they are actually in the school in Gatineau. So they're in the French school, even though the English is perfect, they're fully trilingual. So I'm glad you guys are here. And I'm so happy you say, oh, because IE pushed me here. Is no, because I asked her parents and said, those are really good kids. I saw them grow up and in the same school with my kids. And they are, willing to, donate their, commit their time to help newcomers or, who need it. So I think they make a big change difference for those kids who's willing to learn. And I'm hoping Kama, she's online at this moment because I wish she can talk to you guys. Hey, Kama. Kama.
Hello, Kama. Can you say something, Kama?
Yeah, maybe I can introduce like Kama. Yeah. So actually they coming from the family. She's from I think she's from École Grand Clavier IB program. So she's a very nice and sweet girl, and then take good care. My kids, sometimes we all get together with family together. She's so caring. I believe even though she's really young, but I know she's going to be responsible and then she's capable to help others. And Yulin and Tangjia, they're from college, Saint Alexandre. So they are really good school in Gatineau. I know Yulin and Tangjia personally. I know their parents. I know that the kids are great kids. So hopefully, we work together and then make a lot difference for our clients. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we still have Trisha, have you talked?
No, I'm Teresa. I'm also doing a TESOL program in Algonquin. I'm originally from India. I'm also very new to Canada. I'm a postgraduate in English literature. I've been teaching back in my home country in my own college. Where I did my post-graduation. And I'm currently doing the teaching course in Algonquin. And I'm very happy to be in this group. I hope I can learn a lot from the students with the students. I'm very happy for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Trisha. Thank you. Okay, so I think we have done all the girls, and then now we have a gentleman. So Danilo, right? Danilo?
Yes, Danilo.
Danilo, hi.
Hello. So I'm from Brazil. I just arrived in Ottawa like 3 weeks ago. So I'm very happy to be here and to be able to help the students with their English. I'm also a TESOL student there in Algonquin College, along with Benaz and Teresa. And this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for me to gather experience in helping students who are here in Canada. So it's going to be amazing. I'm very, very proud to be part of the team. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Xia Kai.
Yeah, I'm here. Am I audible? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, my name is Kai. I'm a recent graduate from Carleton University and received my master's degree in electronical and computer engineering. So I joined the OCCSC because I used to have a wonderful volunteer experience during my undergraduate. So I want to continue this. So for my personal hobby, I used to be a member of Carleton Outdoor Club and the Kayak Club. So yeah, I like kayaking. As Doreen mentioned, I will be the IT support volunteer in this homework club. So I hope I can provide some help. That's pretty much for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Have we done everyone? Let me double check. Yeah, I think so. So everyone have done the introduction. Okay, great. So that started the program today. Okay, so now we are moving to the organization introduction. So we will watch a very short video, talk about how this organization formed and then what kind of program and services do we have. So it's only a few minutes, but we think you are so important. I have to tell you, after you watch this video, I want you to understand and realize this organization started with 5 volunteers. And we couldn't do anything without these 5 volunteers 46 years ago. And you will be amazed how much we have grown after you watch the video. And now it's the newbie time. So if you have popcorn and peanuts and beer, go ahead, okay? And then we are starting the newbie. So, okay, Richard, the newbie on, please.
Okay. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous, and congratulations to the Ottawa Chinese Community Service Centre on your 45th anniversary. Day after day, you help newcomers with compassion and openness. It is thanks to organizations like yours that thousands of immigrants can build their new lives here in Ottawa. Whether it's helping people find jobs, offering childcare and language classes, or helping refugees when they arrive, you're making a real difference in the lives of so many people. And as we deal with the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, your work has never been more important to keeping our communities strong. C'est ensemble, en se serrant les coudes, qu'on va passer à travers. So thank you for all that you do. I know that you will continue to be a positive force in the community for years to come. Encore une fois, merci, happy 45th anniversary, and have a great gala. 谢谢.
Hi, I'm Marco Mendicino, Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, and I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to you today as you celebrate your 45th anniversary. Je suis fier de notre partenariat avec votre organisation qui finance des services d'établissement qui aident les nouveaux arrivants à s'intégrer dans leur communauté à Ottawa. I'd also like to congratulate you for adapting so quickly to the challenges which have been posed by the pandemic. Not only did you pivot to virtual service delivery, but I understand that you've gone above and beyond by delivering groceries and medical supplies to isolated seniors. That's the kind of dedication and flexibility that makes the OCCSC a leader in Canada's settlement sector. So let me extend my best wishes to all of you at the OCCSC and your partners. Here's to many more years of excellent service delivery and community engagement. Happy anniversary. Bon anniversaire.
Friends, I want to congratulate the Ottawa Chinese Community Service Center on 45 years of incredible success and service to the community. Throughout the past 45 years, the OCCSC has been committed to helping newcomers, immigrants, refugees from all over the entire world to find success right here in Ontario. I want to thank everyone at the Service Center for their dedication to their community. Despite the challenges, your organization has continued to be a leader over the past few months in helping the Ottawa community, especially with your support program for seniors and the most vulnerable. I hope everyone has a wonderful time, and I look forward to continuing to celebrate your success in the near future.
Ni hao, I'm Jim Watson, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, and it's my pleasure to congratulate the Ottawa Chinese Community Service Center on celebrating their 45th anniversary by hosting a virtual fundraising gala. This is an important fundraiser for the OCCSC, helping them continue the meaningful work they do in our community. Despite not being able to host their gala in person, I hope everyone enjoys the online raffles, pre-recorded performances, and much more. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you very much. Xie xie.
Okay, thank you. So how was the movie? Okay. Okay. So can you see my screen? Can someone yell to me?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Okay. Thank you. That's wonderful. Okay. Okay, so from the movie, you already learned a lot about our agency. So I just want to just mention our center. We are a nonprofit, nonpartisan charitable organizations. So we are helping newcomers and immigrants in Ottawa, and also a lot of clients in Gatineau as well. And then right now, as you have seen, we have grown so much. We become a one-stop service center. However, our beginning was this 5 volunteers. Okay, 1 in China. So this gentleman they are still alive, but they are quite old, like over 90 years old. And then when they joined our 45th anniversary celebration, they said they couldn't imagine what they have done 45 years ago can turn out become such a big tree. So every kind heart from you may become a big tree. So that's why I say the volunteers are the pillars of OCCSC. And without your help, we won't be here today. So I want to thank you guys again. Our center majority funding is from Immigration, Refugee, and Citizenship Canada. So the eligible clients are permanent resident. And then we also have a little funding from Ontario government and City of Ottawa. So we can serve a little bit other status, Canadian citizen or international student. But if you come to OCC, this is a one-stop services center. So we can give you settlement integration service, language training, intake, employment support. And you may wonder which program do you belong to in OCCSC. So for the the Youth Homework Club program belongs to the settlement and integration services. And we have two teams. One team, we speak all Mandarin and English, and some staff even speak French. And then we also have language training program is focused on LINK. I think a lot of you understand what is LINK, so I don't have to explain. And then intake employment services. And then I'm in charge of volunteer services. So since I was on board in 2009, and then we built this volunteer program year after year, we gained so many volunteers. I think I met and then recruit and train over 2,000 volunteers at least in the past 10 years, in past 12 years. Every year we have averaged around 200 volunteers help OCCSC. So welcome to the team. And then they contribute over 7,000 volunteer hours. That does not count those volunteers never report their hours. Yesterday, Ken was challenging me. He said, I have many mentees. I'm still coaching them for the employment support. I never report the hours to you. I say, yes, so 7,000 hours is underestimate, but we do track the volunteer hours from overall different programs. So we also have Peter, he has been helping with the employment program for so many years. So the volunteer at OCCSC, most of them are helping newcomers develop their life, job search, or language skills. And then some volunteers will organize or assist in community events and activity. And if you have expertise in translating, editing, data management, graphic design, and outreach, and welcome to join the administration team. So the benefit of OCCSC volunteer, I want to talk a little bit about this page because we have a few volunteers in this team they are also newcomers, but they already have a huge experience, rich experience back home as an English teacher. So in Canada, the employer really value the volunteer work experience. I want to give you an example. I have one volunteer. She is in my outreach volunteer, and then she is a housewife because she has 2 kids. She cannot get a full-time job when her children was young. So she has been tutoring, she has been doing French tutoring for 2 years for another organization. And then she has been with us for over 2 years. And then, but in the meantime, she has been preparing herself to be a full-time staff once her children is old enough. So in the past 4 years in Canada, she has no job, only the volunteer related experiences. And then this year, she finally got recruited by federal government, and then she is now the federal government correction officer. And then she doesn't have any work experience. So when she asks for reference, I provide one reference for her, and then another organization provides her French volunteer reference for her, and she got a job in federal government. So that's how volunteer related skills and experience is really important in Canada, especially to newcomers. So I'm so glad we have some newcomers in this team, and I really hope this experience can help you achieve your career goal. Also, this is a great opportunity to meet new friends. I have to tell you, in the past 12 years, I joined 4 weddings. I'm not encouraging you dating people in this group, but I'm telling you that's really true. I attend 4 weddings, okay, and then they met in the OCCSC. One couple is the staff and volunteer, and then the other 3 couples were volunteers. So this is a great place to meet new people and make new friends. You don't have to date another person, but you can still meet new friends. And then it's very nice to meet new friends in our organization. And then you are making a positive contribution to our community. And then especially if you are newcomers to Canada, the more you involve with the community, the more you feel you are a part of Canadian, you are a part of this community. So it's very important. And then you will see what you have, what you are making someone's life a big difference. And then that will make you very happy. And then participate in annual volunteer party. That's what Ken told me. He said, Doreen, you know why I will still stick with OCCSC? Because every year you throw out a big party. Is that right, Ken?
Oh, sure. And I like your dancing and singing too.
So we always have a big volunteer party. Like every year, our volunteer party, except last year, we have over 100 volunteers, and then we order buffet food. We have a lot of fun and lucky draw, and everyone meet together. So well, we will get there this year, hopefully, after COVID-19 is over. And then you will all receive OCCSC volunteer certificate. And then you will have chance to receive your reference from OCCSC if you complete this term. I will talk about the commitment later. Regarding the police record check and reference, this is mandatory for a charitable organization, especially if you work with children under 18 years old. So I have a formal volunteer application form. I will send to you after today, and then you will fill out your information, and please provide 2 references. This reference, you don't have to be a high ranking people, just your neighbor, whoever. It doesn't have to be your boss, but it just have to be someone who really knows you as a reference to prove you are Wan Ling Ma, you are Doreen Zhu. And then the police record check, I will send you a letter when you apply the police record check online. It's free of charge, so you don't have to pay anything. So I will provide the proof of the letter to you. And then we
Doreen?
really, yes,
Doreen?
yeah,
It's no longer free.
now
I don't think so. You have to pay for it.
they just changed recently. When is the last time you did the police record check?
I did it before they put the charges in, which was about a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, they changed back.
Oh,
again.
they changed it back. Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a group of Cantonese volunteer. They just did it. It's free of charge because I double checked. So we are lucky. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad now I can get my renewed.
Yeah, there's a resident for Gatineau. I think it's not doing online, so you have to check with the Gatineau police. So they have a
Okay.
different one to do this.
Sure.
What do you think about if our agency can reimburse this? Kids are doing the police check.
I
So,
can check with you, but the good news is I just checked with our HR today. She said if the youth, even they are volunteer, if they are under 18 years old, they don't have to provide police record check.
that's great. Yeah, because
So I can see that 3 sweet girls, they look so sweet. I'm 100%, 200% sure they are not criminal. So
yeah, they have me as a reference. Don't worry.
yeah, so and then they are under 18.
Guarantee.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and also I will talk about when I send out the application form, the formal application form, I will tell you what to do. So just explain something to you. And then we respect everyone's privacy. So if you don't want us to share your information to other volunteer, for example, myself, I think, Danny Low looks so handsome. I want to get his email address, but without Wan Ling's approval, I won't be able to get it. Without Danny Low's approval, I won't be able to get the email address from him. Like, we keep all the information private just for internal record. But if you agree, we will provide your contact information to your match student. All right, so just let us know. We will provide your information to your match student. Okay, and then we think everyone is equal, so we don't have discrimination about the sex, the religious, or where they are coming from. That's our policy. We really respect all human beings, everyone in the community. And then this is the Ottawa Police Record Check. I just want to say this is the level 3 vulnerable sector check. So when you go online, you will have to click this police record check. They will take you to the page. So it's the level 3. And then I spoke to a lot of you, and then many of you already have the police record check because you are teaching the youth or you're teaching the children right now. So you may already have. As long as it is within 1 year, is good. The conflict of interest, I really have to mention about this because it did happen in the past once. So we really take this very seriously. So every volunteer at OCCSC, when we do our volunteer work, and then we do not expect any money or any pay in return. And we do not accept any benefit. The volunteer and also the clients, they are having money arrangement or using the volunteer roles to just do their own things. For example, some people may sell their Avon product or their insurance policy to the clients, that's not necessary. That's sorry, I should not say not necessary. That is not acceptable because the volunteer work is volunteer work, okay? And then especially you are offering the volunteer tutoring right now, you may have students really love you so much and then they say, oh, Ken, I really like you. Okay, now I only have 1.5 hours of you. I want to pay you. Can you give me another 10 hours? So the answer is no. Please do not. As long as you are OCCSC volunteer, please do not accept any money. And then you are not using this volunteer work to attract new clients, but your contribution is highly valued, and then you will receive the best reference for the future. In the future, if you are going to teach someone and then in the community, or you are going to teach somewhere and then they need to look for reference, I will be your best reference for your career. And Ken, do you have anything to add? Because you said you have been approached by so many parents.
Yeah, no, I just added that onto your slide just to make sure that people are aware that there is a possibility that parents might approach you for supplementary tutoring help outside the volunteer sector. I mean, outside of our program, and to pay you for that extra time. And that would be a conflict of interest as far as OCCSC is concerned, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so please, this is very serious. So please, I think everybody understands. So I will just leave it as is. The volunteer and client relationship. Okay, so we want to maintain the professional way to work with the child. And then their information is also confidential. So if they're great, or if they really have a very bad grade, or they really have problem with their homework or anything, they talk to you at the breakout room, that's their private information. It will not release to others. And then everything will be within the group. And then your information is also private. I will not release your information to anyone else unless you agree. But I will release your contact information to your match student, if that's okay. Yeah. And then as I emphasized, the volunteer must not enter any financial arrangement with clients. And then, so this is clear. This one, everyone read English, so I don't have to read again. However, we did have some volunteer and not client, volunteer and volunteer, they date each other and they got married. So that's different story. Okay, so the volunteer right. So you have right to receive the information and training to start it, what you need to do. And then you will be informed in the advance. For example, I will tell you how many students you will be matched, what is their background. You will receive the information before you carry out your duties. And then we hope you can also respect the OCCSC policy and our staff. We don't need that kind of respect, but we just said the OCCSC policy we really have to follow, right? Okay, and then you will have opportunity to receive reference. And I'm honest to you, I cannot count how many references I have done in the past 12 years. And then most volunteers, in the end, they really get a job or get a school. When they apply for a school and then they ask me to provide reference, normally for that stage, the school or the work, they already choose you as one or two decisions to make in the last, last few candidates. And then from my past experiences, almost, I think 99% of volunteers, in the end, they receive the job or the school. I cannot guarantee every time it will be successful, but I always do my best to provide the best reference to our volunteer, because the volunteer, you contribute yourself to the agency, and then I want to make a contribution to you as well. And we really treasure your contribution. And then every year at a party, you will receive your volunteer certificate and souvenir. And in 2021, we have only online volunteer party, so everybody receives something from the mail. But hopefully we will have a big party this year. So that's our previous volunteer party. You see Ken is here smiling, long-term volunteer. We also have, can you see this is Peter? That was many years ago, Peter was there. And then we have a huge buffet from TNT supermarket, all the Chinese food. And then over 100 volunteers come to join the party every year. This year, I'm very sorry we cannot meet in person, but we still have our most loyal volunteers, such as Peter, Ken, they are still with us. And when you see there are so many volunteers still helping OCCSC, you probably can estimate, because we treat volunteer really with respect. We treat volunteer really well from our heart, not just service. So I hope you understand, we really appreciate you, and we will do our best. If you need anything, we will do our best to help you. Oh, that's our lucky draw. 20 lucky winners. Okay, and your obligations. So please follow OCCSC policies. Here is the policy, so you can understand what I said. I don't have to repeat. And then important meetings such as today, I'm so grateful. We only have one volunteer missing with the family emergency, but all the rest of volunteers are attending the work, the training today. If you are not able to come, please really just talk to us ahead, and then we will try our best to accommodate your need. Okay, let's talk about homework club. So I will cover all these topics, so let's move ahead. Before we start the homework club, I want to tell you a little bit background about the Chinese youth and Chinese parents. So even though we are serving everyone in the community and all nationalities, but this group, we are starting with the Chinese immigrant youth at this moment. The reason why is I have been talking to a lot of parents and Wanling as well. And then we notify, or we notice there are a lot of anxious parents right now when they first move to Canada. They are facing many, many issues. For example, when they move to Canada, they are expecting our kids can finally leave that kind of high pressure, studying pressure, and then come to Canada, have a more enjoyable learning environment. But all of a sudden they found their kids do not understand, or they cannot catch up in the school. They don't know how to help, because the parents, their English or their French or is not good enough, and then they don't know where to look for help. So the parents and youth, they are very anxious, especially during lockdown. Can you imagine if you move to a city, when you move to okay, for example, right now we all moved to Paris, and then we don't understand we don't understand French very well. We know nobody. And then we think, oh, Paris is what a nice place. But all of a sudden, your kids cannot catch up in the school. And then the parents do not speak French. What do? You're so scared. And then the second issue is there are so many tutoring services in Ottawa, and then they don't know who to trust, where to go, because the parents, they are new too. So they trust us because we speak their mother tongue. We are the government funded agency, and then our services are free. We don't charge them. We don't take benefit from them. So they believe in us. And also our agency has been here for over 45 years. So they come to us, they ask for help. And the third issue is I have heard that over and over again from the parents and also my child. My child moved to Canada when he was 10. He was extremely loud at home and a very active kid. But he was so shy and so quiet in the school because with the language barriers and the cultural shock, they don't know how to speak. They don't even know the social skill, how to express themselves. I think, Jen, you probably have a lot of experience to work with international students. You know how they looks like, right? So they cannot really participate in the school in a meaningful way, either in the class or in actual activity. So they just stay in the corner, they don't talk. And so the Canadian teachers really don't know what they like or what is their strength, what is their weakness. They're invisible. And then the parents are very anxious, but they don't know what to do to help their kids. And then the fourth issue is, I think a lot of people here, we are from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong. We know the background of our education system is top-down learning environment. I was being told to do everything when I was young. I don't have freedom to think myself. I was learning the way the teacher wants me to learn, but it's different here. And then our children, the youth, everyone is facing the change in the future. The robot is going to replace a lot of work in the future. And then if we don't know how to think ourselves, doing problem solving, having problem solving ability, and they will be replaced very easily by the robot. And then that is kind of anxious from the parents. They know they like obedient kids. Like my mother always say, okay, don't talk back. Don't talk back. Do whatever I want you to do. That's the way I have been brought up. So I was a bad kid because I always want to do my own thing. I want to talk back, but not Chinese parents. So, and not Chinese teachers. So that's kind of environment they have been used to, and then they have to shift their mind. And the fifth issues are the kids, especially those high school students, they really have hard time to find volunteer opportunities to fulfill their community hours. In Canada, if you're a high school student, you want to get your high school degree, you really have to finish at least 40 hours, volunteer hours, to get your high school diploma. So they don't know where to look for, and then they are new. So that's all issues they are facing right now. So we have a special setup for them after all these issues, after we spoke to the parents. And then our vision and goals are, we are going to help students with homework to improve their academic achievement in a very, very safe environment, one-on-one or in a very small group. We want to help them overcome language barriers and cultural shock, be their French and help them with their English or French, and then explain the different way of learning or different way of culture and what people do things differently. We want to help helping students to learn how to set their personal achievement for their individual education goals. And we want to help them develop their critical thinking and self-reflection skills. That's really missing from my childhood and my son's childhood. And then we are hoping those newcomers, they have chance to learn from you. And we would like to help students to improve their communication skills, since they have no one to practice or they have very little people to practice during pandemic. Imagine when they moved to Canada, just 2-3 months, everything shut down, and then they only take the class online. Especially those high school students, they don't have classmates for the, for the same class all the time. They choose different subjects, so they can hardly make any friends. And then they can only stick with their parents speaking Mandarin at home. So by speaking to them and helping them practice their English or French is already helping them to improve their communication skill and practice their presentation. In the end, make new friends and just give them a sense of belonging, because they are here. Many of youth, they are very lonely. They don't have friends in the school because they come here in a very bad time. Most of our kids come here within 5 years, very new. So we want to provide a trusting, respectful, and inclusive environment for them. So who can participate? Mainly Ontario students, grade 7 to 12. We have one exception. This student is from Vancouver, but is also a newcomer. And since their time can match us, so I allowed her to join this program. And then they are majority from China, and they moved here less than 5 years ago. We're focusing on permanent residents because we are funded by IRCC. But when we have space and we have enough manpower, I open just very little spots for Canadian citizens and international students. The schedule will be Tuesdays, 7 to 8:30, English and French, and Fridays, same for mathematics, science. And then we do have some English, French. We put it there on Fridays based on the availability of the volunteers and the students. So I introduce our background. So here is how we set up this program. First, we started with the focus group with those parents, decide how we form this activity. And then after we decide our activity, we recruit you and the students. And then we have 2 information sessions for the parents and then youth, and interview potential volunteers and the participants. And then after that, we have the student get their parents to sign the consent form and to confirm the time and their needs. And then now I'm confirming with you for your time and your expertise. And right now we are on this stage. And next week, during the weekend, I will give you the match. I'm doing the matching this weekend. By Monday, you will have the match student. And then on Tuesday, we are starting the program. Yeah, finally. So it's a long process. We started from August. And then Arthur and Wanling and Richard, we start working from August to talk about all this idea. The activity structure for 1.5 hours. So the first 15 minutes, we would like to have ice-breaking activity lead by youth. They take turn. And then who will do this ice-breaking? They have to apply. They want to do it, send it to the project assistant Richard. We can schedule them. And then also before they started the program, they have to send email to the tutor and CC to us about their question and the subject they would like to discuss for that specific sessions. So that's, this part is before the session. And then when we start the session, the first 15 minutes, we give everyone, every youth a chance to present themselves, to do ice-breaking activity or do a little presentation about themselves. And I give them recreation assistant volunteer role. So they can practice their presentation, they can practice their leadership, they can practice how to deal with a group in this 15 minutes. And then they also gain 15 minutes volunteer hours. And after that, the 75 minutes, you and your student will be entered the breakout rooms. So the IT assistants is going to have each room with your and the student's name, so we can just let you know which room. You can look at the screen and then get into your specific breakout room. Once you are in the breakout room, you can do share screen, same as here, same as what I'm doing. You can show the PPT slide, or the student can show you something, and then you can have online communication by yourself in your own group. So I talk about the usually icebreaker. As I mentioned about the issues of the youth and the parents. So I hope you understand why we want to have such a big group together. Actually, for us, it's a lot easier to just match the tutor with one student, and then you go ahead and then just fix your own time. That will be so much easier. I don't have to talk to every single parents and youth and the volunteer to make sure their time, they can come all together. But to help them the best way, we really want to form this team. So please, you guys are all very kind. Be there with us, be there with the youth, give them a stage they can perform, and give them a practice opportunity for that 15 minutes. That will be so helpful. The matching methodologies. So for our manpower right now, the English and French, we try to do 1-to-1. So one student and one tutor. I may have exception matching. For example, if two children, they are from the same family, their English level are very similar, I will put them in the same group for English and French. And for mathematics and science, you guys, because we have only 3 tutors for mathematics and science, 3 to 4 teachers for this group. So you guys are teaching 1 tutor to 2 students. And then hopefully that's okay for you. And then Arthur is going to help. And he said, whoever you have been matched for the specific program, specific subject curriculum, he will send that curriculum to you. And also the student will send those mathematics or science homework to you before the sessions. And then their majority, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, they are not very senior level. Only one grade 11, it will be taught by Arthur. So I hope that's fine. Okay, and then we match a tutor if they have more than 1 student. I try to make sure the student in the same grade or in the same family or similar grade for their need. The attendance, okay, so if the student or tutors are expected to be absent or is something coming up, for example, one volunteer just has to miss the training today because the family emergency, please send an email, inform the project assistant, and then also CC me. We hope one day before. That's our dream. We really want to stick with that. But if any urgent happen, we can understand, but send us ahead. And then so if you have to reschedule a meeting, and then we give the flexibility, you can reschedule a meeting with your student if you have to. And then if you cancel your meeting, that means your student has no one to serve. I have to match the student with one teacher who already have a student. So hopefully the teacher don't cancel, reschedule a meeting in your private time. You guys can decide when you want to meet, your personal time, and then you and the child can decide. All right. And then if, yeah, okay. If a student is absent for 3 times without notify staff, we will ask this person to leave our group, because we think it's very they really disrespect our group. So we won't accept this to happen. And then the student has to inform us if they are not able to attend the class, and we will inform the tutor so you guys can reschedule your meeting together. So the rule of the class. So this is what I also do it in the parents information sessions. Be punctual, respect, and then we want to have a very positive group, and then with a lot of positive energy and fun. And then be punctual is really important because we only have 1.5 hours. And then I especially tell the students, not to the tutors, especially tell the students, if you think you only start learning your subject for the last 75 minutes, so you can be late, you don't have to hear other person to do any presentation or ice-breaking activity, that's not respectful at all. Please respect everyone in the group, because we set up our program in this way for a very important reason. And then we support everyone who is there to show initiative to present themselves, because that is the weakness of most youth, especially newcomers to China. They're extremely shy. And then I really encourage you, if you have a very shy student, and then encourage them to do the presentation, and you can even discuss the topic, choose what they like to say and practice with them, and then make them have opportunity to practice in this group without getting marked. Because if you present in the English class, your teacher will give you mark, but when they present in our group, they don't get a mark, they get compliment. And also we give them 15 minutes volunteer hours. Why not, right? And then we, as I said, we accept everyone. And then the confidentiality is really important. And please don't leave early, only if any emergency happen, yes, you could just let us know. And then some kids, they will say, oh, teacher, I already done my homework, I want to go. Okay, please do not. That's what we tell them as well, because we said, what a treasure, you are offering time to help them practice their English and French and also teach their subject. So if their subject or their homework is complete, please just practice their English or just talk about whatever they are interested in the language they need to practice. You can correct their pronunciation. You can just do the role play with them, and then just do everything in the class to improve their communication skill and their language skills.
Oh, Doreen?
Yeah.
Go back to the last thing. Yeah, the first bullet there, that's the, we hope, the situation that applies. That is that the students can send you their homework questions or topics at least one day before. But it's entirely possible that they just get their homework on the day of the session. Okay, so obviously they can't meet that obligation. So don't be surprised if some of your students don't send you stuff because they didn't get their assignments on time to send it to you one day ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ken. Since Ken has been tutoring for 9 years, he is really experienced tutors. So what happens in your tutoring experience, you can always contact Ken, because he we will offer their contact information, and also Arthur is very experienced tutor. Yeah, thank you, Ken. Okay, now we want to talk about our tutoring philosophy. I'm so sorry, it's 8:30 already, but I haven't finished. Can you guys still stay with me a little bit? I'm so sorry. Okay, Richard, I need you to play the video.
The video, right? Okay.
Yeah, the 1 minute video. Sorry. So I'm so sorry, guys. We have to delay a little bit.
You see it?
Okay. Yeah, okay. I want to say this is what we told the parents, and it's important for our tutoring concept. So can you play the video, please?
Okay.
Can everybody
But
see?
I'm delighted with this opportunity to share with you some thoughts on OCCSC's homework club and the tutoring help we offer to your children. Many people equate tutors with teachers. While both tutors and teachers help students learn and expand their knowledge, tutoring is not the same as the teaching that teachers do. The main difference between tutors and teachers is that teachers are responsible for teaching a curriculum within a set period of time, usually in the classroom and with many students. In other words, teachers teach whatever they need to teach, regardless of whether the students want to learn it or not. Tutors, on the other hand, are there to help students in the areas they need help. So they find out what help a student needs and then give it. I must emphasize, though, that tutors are not there to do the students' homework for them or to just give them the answers. They are there to help the students better understand and think about the subject matter so that the student can do the homework. This means that, if necessary, the tutor and student will work through the concepts that underlie the homework. If there are errors in the student's work, the tutor would then ask him or her to pick out the errors and explain how they should be corrected. Obviously, if the student cannot make the corrections, that would indicate that the tutor and student need to discuss the concepts further. The easiest thing for a tutor to do would be to just give the answers to the student. We don't want to do that because this would rob the student of the opportunity to develop the skills that would probably be needed later on in life to succeed. So that being said, our volunteer tutors look forward to working with your children. Hopefully, we can help them in some small way in their life journey. Thank you. That's it.
Okay, thank you. So we show this to the parents, and then we emphasize we are, the volunteer are not doing the children's homework for them, but we are coaching them. And then our philosophy, our tutoring philosophy, we want to focus on student-centered individualized learning. And a lot of you are teachers now or taking teachers certificate. So you might familiar with this term. So we believe everyone's unique, and then they have their strengths and learning needs. And then we really need to select their individual strategy and guide them to design different way for individual need. Okay, sorry. So we want to help students adjust a new and different learning environment. As I mentioned, it's very different here in China. And then we want them to have a taste or, you know, have vision, what the successful learning will look like, and give them a chance to express themselves. When I was young, I didn't have chance to express my own idea. We want to give them a chance to express. And then they can set goals with a student together. So they can say, okay, I can make a contribution to my own future Now mama told me what to do. We can empower them as a professional tutor. We are empowered then to be successful. And then we want to give them enough room to, make mistake, but we can correct them later on. And then we want to help them develop their critical thinking. And then because they probably don't have that ability right now, but they will learn from you. And we want to give students a space they can really, talk about what they really want to do. They can say what I really want to learn. And then you can show them, okay, what is specific technique you are doing well, okay, to share your experience with them. And then we want to emphasize students' strengths, not just look at their weakness. And then what I have experienced with my past work experience is I was education manager at Clinic Cosmetics. So we taught those beauty consultants and then focused on their strengths and not their weakness. And then in the end of the result, I think we have more productive, better performance beauty consultants. So even this strategy work to the working class, not only to the student, focus on the strengths. And then we would like to have a student discuss with tutor to create a curriculum together, like, oh, what you really need to learn. And then they can show you what the school is teaching, and then you can decide how do you want to learn step by step together. It's kind of like a partnership. And then I think this is very important. They will learn the different way of learning in Canada from you. And then I'm extremely happy they can do that. And then we really encourage you build strong relationship with your students. Since you're teaching 1 or 2 students, do your best to encourage them. We're not only tutors, we're cheerleaders. That's why I always say in the mentorship program, because a lot of them, they need to build more self-confidence to learn better. And then you guys are wonderful. So be a good tutor and cheerleaders and focus on their strength and then build respect, trust. And then this is how can tutor help you with their homework? Okay, use the question technique. I think all of you here, most of you are teachers already, so you know how to ask questions. What, why, how? We use the open-ended question, not the closed question, so they can respond, they can think. And then so we ask children questions before, during, and after they complete their homework. So this way we will help them understand the concept. And then read the assignment to them, especially it's very important. A lot of students, they don't even understand what their assignment is about. And then as Arthur mentioned, a lot of students, they don't even read the last page, how the teacher will grade their assignment. And then they don't really pay attention. So they just say, I want to get it done. So we help them to understand what is their assignment and how the teacher will grade their assignment. That's very important. And then help the student get organized and then check with their note, talk about the upcoming test and assignment and identify the subject. If they have 2 subjects, science and physics, and which one is the most difficult one, and let's work on that first. And then the first tutoring session, that will be next week. So it's like a first date. You really set the tone with the student to bond the positive relationship. It's like, oh, that's first tone is really important. So we would like you to build relationship with the teams for the first sessions. you may not have chance to really tutor them if the time is not enough. But we would like you to have icebreakers and introduction, and then introduce yourself, tell your story, why you want to be there, why do you want to help them? And then ask them, why do they want to come to this homework club? A lot of children may tell you, my mom told me to. That's okay. And then please show them how you care about them and what you want to help them. And then you can ask them the question that's a suggest questions. What do you do well? What is your interest? And then what do you like to do in the future? And then what do you like to learn? Ask those questions to found a relationship, to understand your children's.
Doreen, if I may add, use your judgment as to how much of the ice breaking and that sort of stuff you want to do, because your focus should be primarily to help them do the homework, right? And so if you spend all your time on the ice breaking and introductions and whatnot and don't get their homework done, that sort of defeats the whole purpose. So what I would be doing probably would be to focus on their homework first, and then the ice breaking and so on later when I have time. Okay, that's the approach that I think I would use, simply because I put the priority on helping them get their homework done first.
Okay.
Everything else is nice, but the purpose of this thing is to help them do the homework.
Okay. So even the first sessions, we would like to focus on their homework. Don't spend too much time, right? I'm talking about the first session. Okay, agreed, because we got an expert here. Just remind everyone, just try to build a very nice relationship for the first tutoring session. Thank you, Ken.
Well, you will do that as part of your sort of working along with them and doing the homework anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that will naturally build.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that's
there's a question there. Tanja, you have a question?
Yeah, thank you, Ken. I just to be sure to understand. So you don't want us to do icebreakers?
No. I'm saying use your own judgment as to what it is that how you would like to start with the students. Okay. Now, if I were the student, chances are I'm here to get my homework done. Okay, why do you want to talk to me about my strengths, weaknesses, or whatever, right? And what my favorite thing is, because that's not helping me do my homework. So they would feel some stress, okay, just to have to do that. Okay. So what I intend to do is start with the homework and ask them, what homework is it that they are supposed to be doing, okay, for that session, and how can we help them to get going.
Okay, thank you.
And then at the end, when I have time, then I'll go into, the more esoteric type exploration. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think the own judgment is really important. If this student has an assignment due tomorrow, and then he must be very anxious to get the homework done, right? If he show you, oh, this is the assignment for this semester, I supposed to get this done by November something, and then, so use your judgment. To build relationship is important, but in the meantime, we talk about the student-centered individual learning. So really, it depends what the students would like to get out from these sessions. And every student is different. I can say maybe some students, they really have urgent homework to finish by this week, by tomorrow, but maybe some students, they are forced by their parents to participate because they say, okay, here's the tutor. I think you are not good enough. Go ahead. So really it depends on your judgment. I think you guys can make your own judgment to understand the priority, right? look at their priority, because it's a student center. It's not what we want to teach. It's what they want to get out from the session for that specific day. But it's nice to build relationship. I think the first date is important. So I still think spend 5 minutes to introduce yourself is worth it. Yeah. All right. Okay. And then you guys can share your strategies, how you used to complete your homework or complete your work. And you know, someone like Tanja, I know you guys are extremely good students and then has a very great mark in the school. So you can probably share a little bit how you do your homework, how you complete your homework. And then we also have so many good teachers. So you meet regularly with your student. We have very nice volunteers. Some volunteers signed up for both Tuesday and Friday. That's wonderful. And some volunteers only have 1 day available. That's okay. Everyone has their own schedules, but meet with them regularly once a week, and then just create this positive relationship. And then build a little success each session. By the end of session, we want them to have a little bit achievement. Feel, hey, well, I know one thing I don't know before, you know, feel they have improved a little bit achievement, and then you celebrate together. Yeah. And then encourage them bring the material and topics of interest to the session. When I ask them to send the assignment or homework, I will say, if your assignments, you cannot make a copy online, you just take a photo of the page and send the photo page, the JPG page, to your match tutors. Okay, is that okay? Okay. Okay, and then we want you to be flexible, because every students are different, and use some life situation to explain. Sometimes it's much easier for the student, and then respect their policy, their privacy, and then every month, if possible, or you like to update us every 2 weeks, let us know what they are doing well, what's the success, or if you have any difficulty with the children and the time you spend with the student. Okay, and then if we need you to do the evaluation, we will normally do it probably in the middle of the sessions and in the end of the session. So our term will be, this term, the first term will be the whole semester until January, end of January, right? Tangjia, for the high school is end of January, right? Yeah, so yeah, we will do the evaluation. So we will know how to improve and how to make it better next time. So commitment is 4 months from now until end of January for one semester term, at least 1.5 hours a week. And some people, they commit 3 hours a week. That's wonderful. So our volunteer team, we have Arthur, he is teaching in Bell High School now. We have a bunch of wonderful professional Ontario certificate and about to be certificate ESL teachers. I really appreciate. And then also we have a lot of expert in English, French, math, science subjects. Okay, and then we have 2 technical volunteer assistants. They will provide help with the Spoon Zip Up with our IT support. So here is the leader contact information, Arthur and Ken Lee. So you can always contact them. This is their email address and phone number. And then you will receive your PowerPoint presentation PDF file with your volunteer application form, which I will send to you tomorrow. And then this is our contact information. So I'm the project coordinator, and then the project assistant, the intern student is Richard. So Wan Ling is the program coordinator for settlement services. So you can contact 3 of us. If you say, okay, for about this volunteer roles and opportunity or anything about volunteer, I will be the main focus. But anyway, we are in the team. And then Wan Ling, Richard and I, we have a WeChat group. So whenever we receive one question among the team, we will share with other, we can discuss, only if you don't want to. So that's our presentation today. Thank you. So any questions? Any questions? Now it's 8:45.
Doreen, can I have a
Yes.
quick question? Because we didn't mention because the program gonna last for 4 months. So for the Christmas and those timing or holidays, because I know the kids, they have family plans.
Yeah.
So we have to let them know ahead of time. So what's our plans in the vacation time?
I think for the Christmas time, I would like to hear from the tutors too. For that week, do you think we just cancel that meeting, or we reschedule our own time?
Well, in my other tutoring program, Doreen, we
Yeah.
go by the school calendar. If
Okay.
the schools are not in session, then the tutoring sessions are not on either.
Okay.
That's the reason, yeah.
So that will be 2 weeks off, right?
Yay.
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing. It's my big smile.
Okay, I can see everyone smiling. Have like a Christmas party. We don't have to do it at Christmas Day. We can have an early Christmas party. Just everybody bring something for fun and just celebrate together.
Online, Doreen?
Yeah.
We cook our own stuff here and we'll consume it together online, eh?
Well, yeah. Well, we can talk about that later, but I think following the school calendar is a good idea. If you don't have any objection, we will just follow what Ken's suggestion. Anything else? Okay, Michael.
Doreen?
Yeah.
I'll actually just mention a few things about volunteer stuff. So I'm the mathematical and science volunteer leader, and I do have a few things that I need to mention when you are like helping the students. So first of all, of course, this is a student-oriented learning opportunities for all the students. So a student-oriented learning, it's always question-based. So you need to have a clear objective, like a student needs to have a clear objective, like what they are lacking and what questions they have. So that's why we encourage students to bring the questions into the session, because we want to provide the best help we can. And so as the students, we know what they are lacking. So we can give them the exact help and the opportunity for them to learn this. A second thing is also as teachers, we hope we can how to say this, just we hope we can maximize the students like pros instead of cons. Like we try to like use students' advantages or students like talents to teach during the session. However, as teachers, we must keep in mind that we need to be very familiar with the students' deficits, with their disadvantages. So although we don't tell students that, but we need to keep in mind like what they are lacking and the skills they are lacking. We have to, as teachers, we need to find out the strategies to like implement those lacking skills in our like tutoring or teaching. That's the second thing. And the last thing is, well, the last thing might just only be for mathematics or physics or like science. Is like I like to use a method called Socratic method. So I think Doreen has mentioned it. It's kind of like a question-based like teaching. So basically we use questions to guide students' thinking. Let's say if a student is wondering about how to do 2 times 2, like we all know it's 4, so it's obvious. But let's say the student doesn't know 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So the first step of using Socratic method is we have to understand, we have to like get to know what students is capable of doing. So what we have to figure out is, does the student know if like 2 times 1 is equal to 2? If the students knows that, then from that step, we ask the students, let's say, okay, so what's the differences between 2 times 2 and 2 times 1? So they will say, because 1 is replaced by 2. So from that step, we ask another question. So what will this change like leads to, like what will this change of a number leads to in like a real-time situation. So it's like basically use questions to build up students' understanding of the problem. Eventually, the student will figure out the answer by themselves. So that's a better way of teaching and tutoring because it promotes students thinking during the process. So that's basically what I have to say right now. Like, if you have any more questions, like feel free to like send me an email or like send me a text message. Like, don't be shy. That's
Okay,
it.
thank you. Okay, Michael, I think you have questions. Michael.
Yeah, because I'm a beginner to the program, actually, I have many questions to ask.
All
Well, so
right.
the first question, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
okay. So my first question is, can I actually freely choose between the Tuesday and the Friday option?
Right now, I think you told me you're available on Tuesday and Thursday. You're not available on Friday. So I have, yeah.
But yeah, but maybe there are some minor changes. Now I think Friday is a better option for me because on my side it is Saturday morning, so I have a lot of free time to dispose of. So I think Friday option is a very good option for me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
this is new information I want to share with you.
Yeah, sure. So you are not
Friday.
You are not Tuesday and Thursday. You are Tuesday and Friday, right? Or you just
Yes, and Friday is the
Tuesday
best
and
option
Friday.
for me.
So are you available on both days, Tuesday and Friday, or only Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Tuesday and Fridays.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. I think I want to confirm because I'm doing matching now. So if you change your availability, I have to know now because this weekend I'm going to do the matching and I will send that matching to the family. Okay, so you are Tuesday and Friday. All right. So anyone else has questions, please?
Well, and another question about the police record check.
Yes.
Because currently I'm in China, I'm in Shanghai.
Mhm.
So how can I do the police record check? And it is also for your information that this summer vacation, I did the teaching practicum with Algonquin College online. And I remember I filled out a police record check application form. So do you think this form will apply to this project as well?
I think, yeah, because you apply that police record check is, it will allow you to teach someone, right? Yeah, so I think so. Can you send that to me so I can clarify with our HR because my HR just came to talk to me today, but I think, yeah, I think so. Because if you have that police record check, yeah, a lot of you here already have the police record check, I know. And then like Yuling and Kaima and also Tanja, you don't have to do it. You are under 18. Yeah.
Okay, so one more question.
Yeah.
The students, for the students I'm going to teach, I'm going to tutor, are they elementary or middle school students?
I
have no idea.
They're okay. They are middle school students. Okay, so they are. I'm doing my matching now. So okay, just give me 1 second. So, I can say the youngest student at this group, only one. He's only grade 1, and this student will be taught by Ling Ling. This student wants to learn English and math. So I think you are the perfect candidate. He's the only one, only grade 6. All the others are grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, the oldest is grade 10. Oh, another one is grade 11. So Arthur is going to teach the one grade 11. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to teach the middle school. Yeah.
So my last question is, as tutors, how can we get their, for example, their textbooks or other learning materials? Because I think without such kind of learning materials or teaching materials, it is quite hard for us to give them very high quality tutoring. So I mean their textbooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, for you are teaching English, so I think Kim, maybe you can answer the question because you have been tutoring. I think the teacher here does not have a textbook, right?
Yeah.
So can you talk about this?
Well, the best approach is you do the best you can with what you have.
Oh,
Okay?
really? So
Because
without
obviously,
textbooks.
if you're gonna cover several grades at one time, okay, or you're supposed to be available to tutor kids, whatever kids are assigned to you, you can't possibly have the right textbooks.
Oh, I see.
It would be purely accidental if you do have the right textbooks. So what you do is you fall back on what you know already in the subject area. All right. And it's doing the best you can. Okay, you're not a teacher. You're not supposed to be expected to be an expert. Okay.
I see.
At the forefront of the field or whatever. All right. So you're doing the best you can. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
And also sometimes the children will say, okay, this year our teacher will ask us to read a book. You can ask them, which book are you reading? Can you share the material with me? Yeah. I know Imran, you have been tutoring for quite a long time as well, right? For the English tutoring.
So I teach my nephews usually. So they when the school send out the assignments, so nowadays like the teacher usually email or the details or the assignments, the questions and what to expect, what the marks would be. So usually the tutoring I do, I help is I try to make them understand what they should do and what they should not, based on what we have, like Ken said, like the instructions teacher give. Usually they don't have a textbook. It's like on the topic. It's more about skill building, like writing or understanding or problem solving. So that's all what we do is talk about it and actually try to make them do it and try to help them to do it. That's it.
And yeah, and also I think Arthur also mentioned about a lot of students, they don't even read their assignment very clearly, and then they don't really understand or they don't pay attention to details how the teacher will grade their homework, right? So Tanja, and then also I have some high school students here. Do you want to add something for your English assignment? What do you normally receive from the school? And how does people help you? You don't have textbook in Canada. No, normally no textbook. The teacher would provide a assignment just individually. So that's, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for English, it's like every semester they have a few books they need to read, like a few literature books they have to read. Is that the case? Yeah, and those are the textbooks, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Tanja, do you want to say something? We're so grateful we have a few high school students here. So you can tell us what kind of assignment normally you will get from the English teacher.
I think it's different because we're in Quebec. So we do actually have textbooks in class.
We do?
We do. Well,
We
you
do?
don't have English.
Wow. We don't.
So you can even your Quebec is different because every teacher is different.
Teachers, we got the same teachers. We don't have.
We don't.
We never had textbooks.
Some grades you have them and some grades you don't. Depends on the teacher.
Yeah,
activity book, like activity, but not like big textbooks.
Oh no.
No.
But there's content in the activity books.
Yes, that's true.
So it's really different. It's
Kama, can you share your experience?
Kama, can you say something?
Hello, Kama. Where is she? I couldn't see her anymore.
No, I think she's trying to talk, but her microphone is not working.
Well, we have to make it work for next week though.
Kaima, you have to let your parents fix the microphone for next week. Yeah. Well, so English tutoring is really different from teaching English. It's different because in Canada, it's really different. Every teacher bring different things to the school. So that's why the individual learning is really important because they all receive different assignments. But in English, a lot of reading, a lot of book reading. I remember when my son was young and he has to read some certain book, and then sometimes the teacher will ask them to do a presentation on specific topic. So I need to practice with them. And then just having the conversation with them and talk about what they learn in the school and then what can we improve their English ability. Just by talking to them, you are helping them already because most of them, they don't have very good English skill. And then I have one parent told me her son doesn't even understand what the teacher was saying in the school. That's really sad. Like he doesn't even understand what the teacher is saying in the school. So how can he learn? And then, but I know the teacher will send email to the student for the assignment, right? So we can start it from there. Yeah. Tanja, you want to say something?
No, I just have questions. It's just for just my personal gain. But starting with Michael, are you British? You sound British. You really sound British.
Michael, are you British?
Well, no. I learned all my English in China. Yes, but I do prefer the British accent. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. It sounds so cute.
Yeah. Okay, at the very beginning, I pronounced like a little bit like North American, but okay, as time goes on, okay, I shift my accent back to the British accent because this is my personal preference.
I think it's really cute.
I'm a professional English teacher.
If you really want to, you can pick it up too.
Thank you.
Back in the time, like when we were in the university in China, because actually in the middle school, like before university, so actually most of the teachers like with the British accent. So, but when you go into university, there's a two chance. So it depends. There's some of like foreign teachers that come from Australia, they come from all over the world. It all depends. Like Michael, he can pick his accent, that's great, but some of the university don't. So it all depends, yes. Yeah. But in like middle school, yes, then most of the Chinese learning or materials are from British accent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I also have a question, and it's for another person.
And that's your mom, yeah.
My second question is for Benaz. Yeah. Is your name Turkish? Is it from Turkey, or are you like?
It's curious.
Like, where's your data from? I'm just curious.
No, I'm from Iran.
Oh, okay. I just sounded a bit Turkish. My dad is Turkish.
We look really similar with Turkish people. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like your name.
Thank you.
So your dad is a Turkish?
Yeah. My family name is Tiziel.
Oh, okay. So you can really relate it to her.
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. Yeah. Any other questions? You will be fun, and I think it will be challenging because as we know there will be no textbook, but we ask them to bring their assignment, and then if they don't have their assignment with them, they say, my mom asked me to come here. Just ask them, what do you like? What do you want to achieve? What you want to learn? Because their mom like I don't say in front of them, but they say their mom told me that my son don't understand what the teacher say in the school. Oh, I'm so panicked. So just practice with them. It's already very helpful. Yeah. Any other questions? It's kind of challenging, really, because there's no textbook, but we really focus on the children, what they really want to learn. If they don't really have assignment this week, they say, okay, let's practice something. Okay, how about we practice, we go to a cinema, or okay, let's talk about the character, what you play in the game. What is your favorite characters? Talk about something they really like, and then they will start blah, blah, blah. Hey, that's, okay, that's, if you don't have assignment this week, let's talk about what you are reading right now. What kind of book are you reading? Okay, what do you like? Can you show me the book? Or even talk about, hey, let's get that 15 minutes volunteer hours. Okay, what can you present in the class? What do you want to do? Let's talk about it. Yeah, just there are a lot of things you can do to help the kids if they don't have specific homework. We are very creative, and then all of you are our teachers in the future. We are so many ESL teachers in Canada here in this group. And then you guys are our future. The youth are our future too. So use your creativity. Build relationship. I still think building relationship is important. If they feel comfortable, they are relaxed, and then they will open up, and then they will talk more to you know, to express themselves. Yeah. Anything else? No? Everyone is tired? It's Friday.
Yeah, it's a long Friday night.
Thank
It's a
you.
long night.
I know it's a long night. I'm terribly sorry. Now it's 9:06. Okay, so let's say goodbye to everyone. Have a nice weekend. And then you will receive this PPT presentation by tomorrow. So you have my contact, Richard's contact, Wanling's contact, and also you can contact Ken Lee and Arthur. They are so experienced. So you can talk to them about anything. Okay? So thank you. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. You will get your
Bye.
match on Monday or during the weekend. All right? I will
Good night,
tell you
everybody.
what grade they are. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Good night. Bye
Well,
bye.
good morning to you, Michael.
Bye.
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 Have a nice breakfast
Bye-bye.
and nice snacks. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, Doreen,
Yeah.
you might want to convene a sort of a feedback session with the tutors after the first month or so.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, just to see what sort of problems